Well, it's early morning here in the sharpening shop, and you can see the sun shining through the door. And we got in some heavy-duty scissors from a local auto upholsterer. And I sharpen these, I don't know, every 6 months or so. These guys use these scissors every day, cutting all kinds of stuff. So the first thing we got to do is we got to test it on something that they're going to be cutting. So this is some vinyl seat material. So we're going to test each one of these shears, and does not cut. So you can see he could be very frustrated with that. Here's the neck pair. Nope. Another one. Oh, that doesn't cut too bad. And this one, oh no, doesn't cut through the tip. So we've got to sharpen all 4 of these and get them to cut this material very well. And so we're going to use the Twice as Sharp over here. I'm going to do a full-length video this morning of this. I'm not going to talk through it. You can watch some of my other videos and show how I do a scratch test on the blades to mimic the exact edge angle. We want to mimic the edge from the factory as close as possible. Now I know I've sharpened these in the past, and I know what the angles are going to be close to being, and I can get them to cut really good. Sometimes some previous sharpeners will just put a flat top on them, and yeah, they'll cut, but they'll cut like crap. So we're going to sharpen all these and give them back to the client, and he'll be happy, and I'll make a little money, and he'll make a little money, and everything like that. All right, I got my Twice as Sharp set up here. I got my lights in place so I can see real well. Try not to get it in the camera, and I know it's a lot of background noise. I've got the fans on. It's already 83 degrees in here, and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning here in Southeast Texas, and it's 99% humidity, so I've got to have those fans on. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to go through this on the first shear, and then we'll just do music through the rest of the video. So here are the Kai shears. These are the smallest ones here. God dang it, look at that. I got stuff all over my hands already. This was off in my bag. So I'm gonna black out the edge to do the scratch test on it. So I made a mess. So I'm gonna stop the camera for a second. Sharpie was opening my little bag. I got ink everywhere in there, so that sucks. Anyway, so I'm gonna do a scratch test to find the exact angle. I'll get messages from people. They'll say, well, what angle is that? I don't really care what the angle is. I'm going to mimic whatever the angle was. And I've sharpened these before, and this is the factory angle. I'll tell you what it is here in a minute, because everybody wants to know. I'm going to move that blade up a little bit. Not there yet. See that? Can you see it? Almost there. Too far. That feels good right there. So you see that? Can you see that? That's a good angle right there, and that is 45 degrees on the finger blade of these Kai shears. So here we go. That's pass number 1. See how it looks. Not all the way down here, but I'll get it. Pass 2. Pass 3. Looks real good. And I got a burr across all the blade. Now I'll go to the honing side. Now we're going to switch over I've already blacked out that blade. So we do a scratch test on the other side. And it's not 45, as you can see. It's way down the blade. Too high. Not quite. That feels real good. I'm going to go down just a little bit. Oh yeah, so I can feel least resistance on that. So I know I've got the right angle. That's 35. Clean all the way across the blade. I got a burr. Let's go to the honing side. Honed it. Now what I do is get out my little stone, and it doesn't matter if it's the pink stone or the white stone, and I want to flip that burr over. So I'm just going to push against it, get that burr up, flip it over on both blades. I can see it. You can't see it on the camera, but I can see that burr. And I take a little block of wood like this, and I just run it through the block of wood to take that burr off. Now I'm going to go back over it again. I'm going to widen the blades and open them. Widen the blades. Feel good? And we'll test them at the end. So that's one. All right, we got them all sharpened, so we're going to go back to the vinyl and see if we can get them to cut. Let's try the Kais first, and whoop, like butter. Next pair, look at that. Great. They're all going to cut like they're new. The upholsterer will be happy. So I just sharpened those. Probably took me all of 15 minutes to sharpen all 4 pair. I charge $10 per pair. That's not a bad morning.